All right, peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. All praises due to the Most High. Yet we have another mass shooting that happened last night at a gathering of Black people in St. Helena, South Carolina. Now, this one hits close to home because I actually know the young gentleman who owns the bar that the shooting happened at. And I'm going to let you hear from him, but I'm also going to give you some backstory where I believe that these incidents are maybe, and that's I'm going to speculate, maybe politically motivated, especially in this area, which I'm going to give you some more information about that. But just watch this video with some details about that incident before I let you hear from the owner, Mr. Willie Terrell. And all these videos are fair use for literary and commentary purposes only. Just watch.
You're looking at photos from the scene of a mass shooting. This crime happened early this morning in the Low Country. Thanks for sticking with WJCL 22 on this developing story. I'm Greg Coy. Authorities telling us it happened at Willie's Bar and Grill on St. Helena Island. Here's what we know so far. 4 people are dead, 4 in critical condition, at least 20 others injured. Police telling us they have a person of interest. They have not said if that person is in custody. WJCL 22 News' Sabrina Lee is at the Beaufort County Sheriff's Office, and you've been there, and we've learned that a number of investigators are working this case, Sabrina.
Yes, Greg, that's right. And I have reached out and been in contact with the Beaufort County Sheriff's Office. And as of right now, there is minimal new information they're able to give. I spent a number of hours earlier over at Beaufort Memorial. I've been trying to track down the status and conditions of the 4 critically injured victims that were taken from the scene. And as of the most recent update, we still don't know which hospitals they have been taken to or where other victims were receiving treatment. Now, the most recent correspondence from the Beaufort County Sheriff's Office that I have stated that there were multiple victims that were seeking care from a multitude of various medical centers, hospitals, urgent cares in the area. So we don't actually know where they might have been, but the investigation is still currently active. Greg.
Okay, Sabrina Lee reporting live on the story with some information that's starting to trickle in, not very much, but she'll continue to work on that and get us some new information. Sabrina, thanks so very much. We now want to go over to WJCL 22 News' Grace Rodriguez. Grace, you've been at the scene all day.
Thank you, Greg. Yeah, I've been here all day. I spoke to the owner a couple hours ago. He was just in shock when it happened. He was actually inside when it happened, celebrating with his bar staff, just, celebrating a successful night, a happy Saturday night. He had no idea what was next to happen. This is what he told me.
Thankful for everybody who walked away. I'm thankful for everybody who's alive, who is safe. And we just gotta come together and support each other at this time. I mean, it's kind of what makes or breaks community. It's something that it's happened. It's horrible, but we got to find a way to make good of it. To make it better than how we found it, and just got to find a way to work together and make tomorrow better.
And now all those staff inside, the restaurant has been closed all day and staff have been inside cleaning up, picking up the pieces, both literally and figuratively. I asked the owner what his plans are moving forward. He says it's too soon to tell right now, but he extends his condolences to his staff and the customers who were affected.
Yeah,
Greg,
certainly.
back to you.
Yeah, certainly. When we look at the numbers there, 4 people dead, 4 people critically injured. Again, 4 people dead, 20 others injured in a mass shooting. Grace Rodriguez reporting live from outside of Willie's Bar and Grill. Thanks so very much. Beaufort County Sheriff's Office asking anyone with information on this shooting, this mass shooting, to call the number you see right there on your screen. We will continue to follow this developing story throughout the night on air and online. And of course, for the very latest updates and breaking news, visit WJCL.com or download the WJCL 22 News app.
All right, and so there you have some of the details, and I have not had a chance to speak with Willie, but I have spoken with someone very close to the situation. And once again, I know this guy personally, and that's why it hits home. If you look at my intro, one of the places that I was speaking at is actually a youth center that Willie had affiliation with down in Beaufort when I went down there to speak one time. And if you don't remember that, you can check this out right here. And if you look on this post, you see Willie Terrell. He's the one who made this post, and you see the platform that I'm speaking at. If you look at my intro or outro, you'll see this is one of the places that is featured. And so I'm definitely, sorrowful for this happening. And the person I spoke with before I let you hear from Willie, they said it was a alumni gathering, and it was at the St. Helena, Beaufort area, in which they allowed the people from Battery Creek. Battery Creek is another high school in the area, but they don't have any establishment. So the people from Battery Creek came over and went to this establishment, and there was a large crowd, people inside and outside, and everything was fine according to the individual I spoke to. Then all of a sudden, we hear gunshots ringing. Now I'm going to give you some information why I feel that this may be a political act or targeting, or and once again, this is just speculation on my part from the information that I've received. But before I tell you that, let's take a listen to Mr. Terrell, the owner of the business, and see what he has to say. And once again, this video was fair use for literary and commentary purposes only.
Yes, ma'am. Just tell me just the nuts and bolts of what happened last night. So, I'm not sure everything that took place in terms of what exactly happened. Uh, the shooting occurred, but it occurred outside, and I was inside. But I mean, I could tell you from inside, I could hear what sound like machine gun fire, and I could see the swarm of people coming in, and things happen so fast, just bodies on the ground, people just trying to duck for cover, and going out and seeing people CPR being conducted on people in the parking lots. I just know it was just mayhem, a tragedy outside, and it's unreal. It's unreal, honestly. Do you remember around what time that happened? Yeah, so had to be around 1 o'clock. I know it was around 1 o'clock, 12:50ish. It was that time when you kind of hit the height of the nightlife. It's about an hour for closing. Everybody wants to get in and get their last drink, or make their last acquaintances. So yeah, about one. And what was the event that was happening? Yeah, so it was a alumni party for Battle Creek tailgaters. So two folks, people from the Battle Creek community was throwing in. Of course, we had alumni parties all weekend. So we had Beaver High Friday night, and this is Battle Creek. And just how many people were here? Oh man, it's so we don't have like a finite number. I mean, we were packed though. I mean, it was a packed event. I mean, the club was packed. Parking lot was packed. It was well attended. Of course, with the mayhem, we didn't have time to really get those final numbers from security about what our capacity was. But I just know it was full house. And of those people, did you know any of them? Yeah. So unfortunately, the one of the security officers who passed away happens to be the son of my dad's best friend. So he came and we spoke the night before. So we spoke the night before, and so you know, it was close, real close to home. Mm.
So on that night, you people got great. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Can you describe the atmosphere before everything happened?
Yeah. So prior to the gunshots, it was great. It was everything you would have wanted from an alumni party. I mean, people were smiling, uh, people were dancing, people were having a fantastic time. We did a lot of renovations. People were just enjoying themselves. I mean, you can look around and just see like people were having a great time prior to, what took place. And it just was a complete, reversal. Well, you know, it's just yeah. It was nice. It was a great time, man. I heard the shots. I was, laid on the ground with everybody else. I have your coworkers and family members that the first thing is everybody okay? And I mean, yeah.
What are you doing if you're in
Yeah, so right before the shots fired out, I just brought my staff and my uh, we have our own club security that helps maintain the bars, and I mean I just brought them out. I mean we was getting in the nights, we sat down and had to toast ourselves, just successful night, man. It was it. Like it's all downhill. Like the work's done. Just ready, for everybody to get ready. Lights go on in 30 minutes. Things get ready, it's like the night's over. Like, we're going to go home. So, yeah.
Did you notice anything like a buildup before that took place?
No, this one of the ones where, like, you just can't. I couldn't have called. I mean, there's been times when, like, we have conversations, getting too testy, like, kill a bar early, let's turn the lights on, let's thin the crowd out, I mean, there's times that you see things, and just as a club owner, like you just got to be, mindful of the crowd. You try to, respond and react. Maybe, this is one of those times when, like as a small business owner, I'm usually getting a few security, and then me taking a, kind of personal role of myself and securing the club. This is one of the times when, thought we had it fully handled. I mean, we had a full security staff. I mean, I don't think I've even ever. It might be the first time we had so many armed security, a professional company that came out. So I mean, it's hard because it's just one of the times where like my eye wasn't, on the crowd as much as it would have been. So
It's your baby. It's your baby. It's your business. Your staff. So I see your staff here, and we talked to your staff first, and they're holding up pretty good in that sense. They're supporting you, I can tell. How you guys are working together through this traumatic event?
I mean, that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, um, I'm thankful for everybody who walked away. I'm thankful for everybody who's alive, who is safe. And we just gotta come together, and support each other at this time. I mean, it's kind of what makes or breaks community. It's something that it's happening. It's horrible, but we got to find a way to make good of it. To make it better than how we found it. And just got to find a way to work together and make tomorrow better. That these things don't happen.
So what are your plans at this point right now?
Probably too early to say. I mean, my focus right now is just the families that's involved. My staff, making sure that they're okay during this time. I mean, it's hard. It's really hard to call. It's really hard to call. I mean, who knows what to go at.
All right, my heart goes out to the brother trying to navigate this situation. As he mentioned, he's a small business owner, or a young black man down there in Low Country. A lot of Gullah Geechees there. Very tight-knit community. And matter of factly, I had reached out to him a couple of months ago because I think he was running for office. And, during those times, there's a lot of political slander. And I seen a couple of Facebook posts where he was kind of defending himself and standing up against some allegations that people had levied up against him. And he's always been like, when I went down there, he took me out. He took me to the location to speak with the kids, introduced me to everybody, him and Marlisha. Shout out to them, Marlena. And so it's just it's a terrible situation when a young black man is trying to do something successful, and that this once again is a black gathering, and from my understanding, they're trying to develop that area and bring more businesses to the area, but some people are against that, especially with the young black man and some other young black people trying to do that. And so that's why I say this may be a political situation. As he mentioned, the night was ending at a successful night, no beef, no argument. So why would somebody just actually start shooting? And that's why I say, this may be an outside entity who maybe even employed the shooters to cause this disturbance, to kind of thwart their plans to develop that area and run a successful business as a young black man. That's just once again my assertion. There's been, according to the individual I talked to, been a lot of violence, but not to this mass level. But there's been violence in that community, as with every community. And of course, this was another all-black gathering, and we see what happened at these alumni, these homecomings, these special events at these colleges. We just seen about 5 separate shootings in Mississippi over the weekend. And, it has been brought to my attention, like, maybe there is somebody paying somebody, or once again, being the perpetrators of these shootings to make it seem like, well, the black people are doing the most of the shootings. The black people are setting these things in place to declare some type of hard law enforcement, law and order narrative on the black community. Some people even mention, there are masks that people wear that they can, and that's been documented where, there's been white people who put on black masks with black skins and you can't tell the difference. And then they've been, known to be in Chicago, or wherever the case may be, causing violence. And then, who is it blamed on? It is blamed on black people. But I know that, this gentleman is a very good guy, man. You can see it in his eyes when he's talking. It's just so sad. As they mentioned, 4 people were shot, were killed. And I think 4 other people were critically wounded from gunfire. And I don't know, where the other 12 injuries came from, whether they were gunfire related or people scrambling to get in and out of buildings, taking shelter, ducking from debris, falling, hurting themselves. Like he said, it was just mayhem. And, my heart goes out to everyone who's, lost someone or who got injured in that as well. But, this is just one another instance. And if it, was deemed to be, or if it is deemed to be somebody from the black community, they haven't got in. They say they have a person of interest. But, there's a culture, once again, the no snitching culture that, according to the individual that I spoke to, has been prevalent in that area as well, just like many other areas, even in my small hometown, that prevent these type of things from being solved, and the individuals responsible for this being brought to justice. But once again, we're going to pray for, our brother and the families and, that entire region, because once again, this kind of hits different for me, being that, I know him personally. I consider him a friend, and, to see his establishment being, possibly the target of politically motivated violence. It's just a sad thing to see. Once again, I can't rule that out from what I know from behind the scenes, what I've been watching from afar, even though I have not had a chance to speak with him directly. So, y'all see the number. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. And once again, prayers go out to those families, and prayers go out to my brother, Mr. Willie Terrell. Very good man, upstanding man. So I hope everything works out for him. But y'all see the number 919-587-7782. Thank y'all for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And as always, I pray peace and blessings. Scripture says all things that are hidden shall be revealed, and those things done in secret shall be exposed on the mountaintop.
Let's go, Rich. You watching Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. Give you the truth before fake news throw mud in it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it, you should tune in to Telehouse Publishing. Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. The propaganda grammar, don't believe none of it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it, you should tune in to Telehouse Publishing. Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. Give you the truth before fake news throw mud in it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it, you should tune in to Telehouse Publishing.
Negroes have listened to the trickery and the lies and the false promises of the white man now for too long.